So we're going to go over a few things on this Turbo 400. Nothing crazy. I'll probably forget some stuff. That's okay. That's what the comment section's for. Yeah, so here we go. When I build these, I like to kind of build them on a bench before I put it together. Normally I'd have it farther together than this, but for video purposes I left it more apart. I glue all my thrust washers on, so they are where they are, with the exception of that one. That one's got gravity holding it in place. One down here is glued on. This one's glued on. Planetaries are all gone through and looked at. They're good. Roller clutch is good. Silencer ring is in there. I have mixed feelings on that silencer ring. I also have bad feelings about spare parts sometimes. So we're going to put it in this one. I don't think it does a whole heck of a lot, but whatever. Kind of got it laid out in order of how it'll go together. I'll do a video and put it together here shortly. Intermediate clutch gets smooth frictions. It also gets a wave steel. It's the only clutch in the whole transmission that'll have a wave steel. Normally I won't put a wave steel in anything, but on a Turbo 400 the intermediate sprag is kind of a weak link, even after it's upgraded, which this is, and I'll cover that in a minute. Thrust washer in there. Intermediate piston installed. Now Turbo 400s typically don't have these one-piece Teflon sealing rings. The 4L80s do. They're interchangeable. I prefer the one-piece on everything. So that's what I run. The scarf cut ones work. I'm just not a huge fan. There's a possibility when you're putting it together you can cut them. I don't like that. Direct clutch doesn't get a smooth friction. It'll either get these lined ones or a waffle pattern. Everything in this thing, whoa, gonna say Borg Warner on it. There it is. Forward clutch. Got it all assembled, but it has smooth frictions as well. It's not a shifting clutch. The reason you want these lines in it is to displace the fluid when it shifts. Forward doesn't do that. Intermediate does, but having a smooth friction actually cushions it a little bit, along with that waved plate. And there's so much surface area here of friction that it doesn't need really any help. That intermediate clutch is pretty burly in these things. I mean, if you look at just the diameter difference, there's a lot more friction material there than any of these other clutch packs. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on so I can flip it over and not dump its guts out. The intermediate sprag on this is an actual sprag. Factory, it isn't. Factory, it's a roller clutch. Matter of fact, factory, that roller clutch. So factory, that fella goes on here. Oh, there's your factory race. And then factory, got that. The problem with this is centrifugal force can actually open this snap ring up and cause it to come off. This new setup, it's actually basically 4L80E stuff. It's got an actual sprag in it, 34 element sprag. This is the old one out of it. You know, obviously a lot more to it than this roller clutch. The roller clutch has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 elements, or 8 rollers. This has got 34 elements. So obviously there's a lot more holding power there. These are a bunch tougher than that. And with this circlip spiral lock type retainer, there's actually a notch in there. They're kind of a bugger to get apart, which is kind of a good thing. Not very fun to put together, but whatever. They don't fall apart when you're using it either. That's the Borg Warner part number on the new sprag, in case anybody wants one. The drum is just a 4L80E drum. Back to the center support. We put it together without that sealing ring. That is your reverse and third gear apply. One of them's reverse, one of them's third. That's lube circuit. This drum actually has a center seal in it as well. Goes together without that. The new setup, the new valve body doesn't require that. It's got 2 different circuits and it uses the whole apply area, whereas previously the Turbo 400 for forward would use, I want to say it's this outer section, and then for reverse it would actually put fluid to this other section here, or no, I can't remember. It would use one or the other for forward, and then for reverse it would put it in the other side, which would actually bypass that seal and use the whole piston anyway. So all of my Turbo 400 builds, I put them together without this center seal, without this seal, and on the stock plate you got to plug a hole. It's not that big of a deal, and the benefits far outweigh the pain in the butt that it is to do it. Pump, we're going to reuse the old pump gears. I don't like doing that, but these are very nice, and I've not found a good set of aftermarket pump gears. They all just come out of the package and scream Chinese garbage. So I try to reuse them when I can, especially when they're nice ones like these with the coating on them. These are in pretty good shape. New bushing, new seal. This would normally have a cast iron sealing ring as well. It's just like the center support. You buy a Teflon kit for a 400, it comes with scarf cut rings. I don't like those, as I've stated before. So 4L80E parts again. 1-piece Teflon ring. There's the BTE valve body. Comes complete with a pressure regulator spring. I will install that in a later video. Solenoid, spacer plate, some gaskets, new filter, Transbrake valve, wonderful drain plug in the pan. I love those. All they do is leak. They're nothing but a pain in the butt. I'm sure I forgot something. Go ahead and leave a comment and tell me what I forgot. Ask me questions, whatever. We will cover them in the next video, and if I don't cover them in the next video, I'll add a video later. Have a good one. That's all for now.